Hello everyone. In this video, you will learn English through an exciting story. You will practice speaking English and learn new words by repeating them. I will speak slowly and clearly, and you will see the full text on the screen. First, listen carefully. Then pause the video after each sentence and repeat what I say. What is today's story about? Today, I have a special story for you. About a young man named David. He arrives in a small town, thinking he's only staying for a short time. He has a mysterious box with him, but he doesn't know that it will change his life in ways he never imagined. What happens when he opens it? How will his life transform? Stay with me, and let's find out together. Are you ready? Let's go. One sunny afternoon, David, a young man from a small village, was walking through the woods. He was going to the nearby town. He did not often take this path, but the weather was nice and the air felt cool. He was really enjoying the peaceful walk, even if it was a long one. As he was taking in the quiet beauty around him, he heard the sound of running water. He followed it and arrived at a spring. A woman was standing by the water, calm and focused, with two buckets beside her. They were filled with water. She was tall and thin, with long red hair and bright green eyes. Her long black coat flowed around her like a shadow. David stared at her, feeling a strange mix of curiosity and caution. She looks like a witch from a fairy tale, he thought. Hello, she said, looking up at him. Her voice was soft but firm. Could you help me carry some water to my house? It's not far. David stopped and looked at the buckets next to her. Then he looked back at the road ahead. I need to keep going, he said quietly. The woman spoke gently. I wouldn't ask if I didn't need your help. He sighed and said, Okay, just this one time. He picked up the buckets, surprised by how heavy they were. The woman led him through the forest, down a small path. Soon, they arrived at her home. It was a pretty little house, with wooden walls covered in ivy, and bright flowers along the path. It looked old, but warm and welcoming. David set the buckets down and stretched his arms, tired from the walk. The woman smiled and went inside. When she came back, she was holding a wooden box. She gave it to him. For your kindness, she said. He blinked, feeling annoyed. You don't need to thank me, he said. I only helped because you insisted. Now I'm late. And it will be dark before I get to town. But the woman pushed the box into his hands. Please take it, she said firmly. You may not understand its value now. But one day, you will. David opened the box, and saw it was full of stone coins. He frowned. Stone coins? That's a strange gift. He sighed, and placed the box into his backpack. It felt like a sack of bricks on his shoulders. They're heavy, he muttered. I still have a long walk ahead to reach the town. The woman nodded. Take care, she said. He gave a small smile, adjusted his backpack, and walked away. When David reached the town, it was already dark. He was only there because his uncle had insisted. The man was very ill, and David had agreed to stay for a few days to help with doctor's visits and manage his medication. But his uncle had another request. A task David hadn't expected. He asked David to take care of his bakery. It wasn't just any bakery. It was a small cherished shop that made bread for nearly everyone in town. I can't just close the bakery, his uncle explained. His voice weak but determined. People count on it. David sighed, feeling the weight of yet another responsibility. He agreed to take care of the bakery. I'll only have to tell people what to do. And make sure everything works well, he thought. I'll supervise, he told his uncle firmly. But I'm not baking bread. I'll leave that to the others. He was already counting the days until he could return home. But as time went by, David noticed a problem. Things were not going well at the bakery. Orders were delayed. The bread was poorly baked. And customers started to complain. The staff were working hard. But without his uncle's help, things got worse every day. One morning, after another batch of bad bread, David felt upset. His uncle's bakery was important to the town, and it needed to do well. He took a deep breath, rolled up his sleeves, and stepped into the kitchen. I can't believe I'm doing this, he said, picking up a bag of flour. The work was harder than he thought. His arms hurt from mixing the bread ingredients, and the heat from the ovens made him sweat. But as he worked, something changed inside him. For the first time, he felt proud of the bread he made. Warm, golden, and just right. Many people came to the bakery every day. Ben and his mother Clara were among them. Ben was an energetic and curious boy, always eager to explore the world around him. His mother was a nurse, and she worked hard every day. She wanted them to have a good life. After his father had passed away, every morning they came to buy fresh bread and chocolate muffins, Ben's favorite treat. Clara was always friendly and kind, talking with David while Ben just watched him work. Sometimes Ben stayed for hours, talking about school and his small problems. And David listened. Their visits made the bakery feel warmer and helped David feel less lonely in the new town. One morning, Ben came to the shop looking worried. After buying his usual chocolate muffin, he stayed near the counter. It was clear he wanted to ask David for something. "David," he said slowly, "I need help. I have to bring some special stones to school for a project, but I don't know where to find any." David stopped and thought about the stone coins in the wooden box upstairs. "Wait here," he said, and went to his room. He opened the box, expecting to see plain, boring stones. But what he saw shocked him. The stone coins had turned into shiny copper coins. "I can't believe my eyes," he whispered. "These coins are different now." He stared at them for a long time. Then he closed the box carefully. David went back to the bakery. He gently touched Ben's hair and said, "Sorry, I didn't find any stones. But we can look together." They walked to the backyard, talking happily as they searched. David helped Ben find a few stones. Yellow, green, and blue ones. Ben left with a big smile, holding his new treasures. Later that evening, after closing the shop, David opened the wooden box again. He looked at the shiny copper coins that had replaced the stone ones. He picked one up and turned it in his hand, amazed. How had they changed? It was a mystery. He felt excited and confused. He put the box in his bag and went to bed. As he closed his eyes, he could still see the copper coins in his mind. Just days before Christmas, a big storm came to the small town. It destroyed houses and made a lot of people unhappy. The bakery only had minor damage, but Ben and Clara's house was badly hit. Parts of the roof were gone, the fence was broken, and the windows were shattered. When David heard about their problem, he helped right away. He worked for days, fixing what he could. He patched the roof, repaired the fence, and covered the windows. Clara tried to thank him, but David just smiled and said, "It's nothing. You both need a safe place." As Christmas got closer, David realized that Clara had spent a lot on repairs. Money was tight, and Ben didn't seem as happy as usual. David wanted to cheer them up, so he planned a small surprise. Just a little gift to bring warmth during this hard time. He thought about the copper coins in the wooden box upstairs. He hoped they were enough to buy something special. Late that evening, David opened the box. He gasped. The coins had changed again. They were no longer copper. They were bright silver. "I must be dreaming," he exclaimed. He realized that the coins had a special message for him. He suspected it had something to do with his recent actions. The next day, David took a few of the silver coins and bought gifts for Clara and Ben. He got Clara a soft wool scarf to keep her warm. For Ben, he chose a notebook and colorful pencils for his schoolwork. When David gave them the gifts, their surprise and joy made him feel something new. A quiet, deep happiness. For the first time in his life, he felt happy. Because he had made others happy. David was busy at the bakery when the news came. His mother was sick. His uncle was strong again, and could take care of the shop alone. David packed a small bag. It was time to return to his village and care for her. He promised to come back to the bakery. But deep down, he knew that leaving his mother again was going to be hard. David decided to go home by boat. The river journey was supposed to be short. Only 1 hour. But the fine weather suddenly changed into a storm. The sky turned dark. Strong winds pushed the water into wild waves. The small boat struggled to stay steady. The passengers were terrified. They cried out in fear as the boat rocked violently. David tried to stay on the boat, but it lost balance and started to sink. Everyone fell into the cold rushing river. He managed to get to the surface. Then, he saw an old man struggling in the water. The man was too weak to fight the strong current. David didn't think twice. He swam toward the man. His body knew what to do. He grabbed the man's arm. The river pushed against him. But he kept going. 3 months ago, he might have been too afraid to help. But now, saving the man felt like the only choice. Slowly, he managed to bring him to the shore. When they finally reached land, David collapsed beside him, tired but relieved. The old man was safe. He opened his eyes, lifted his head, and thanked him. The boat was gone. David had no quick way to reach his village. Without waiting, he started walking. The riverbank was muddy. But he kept going. Hours passed. Finally, late at night, he arrived home. His mother looked pale. But she was still strong. She smiled softly when she saw him. David stayed by her side. He helped her until she felt strong enough to sit up. He made sure she had everything she needed. A few days later, as David was getting ready to leave, he sat beside his mother and held her hand gently. "I have something to tell you. I'm getting married." "That's wonderful news," she replied, her voice full of joy. David smiled. "Her name is Clara. You will love her and her son, Ben. We will have a simple, happy life. I will keep working at the bakery with Uncle." "That sounds amazing, David," she said. "I'm so happy for you." David returned to the small town that was now his second home. When the boat arrived, Ben and Clara were waiting for him, their faces full of excitement. He was planning to use the silver coins to make their wedding special. He wanted to start this new chapter with love and hope. But when he opened the wooden box that evening, he froze. The coins had turned to gold. David felt a mix of surprise and joy. The gold coins were like a gift. Not just for him, but for his new family. With them, he built a home for Clara and Ben. A place full of warmth and love. Later, he used the rest to open his own bakery. Now, he could support his community and make a living doing what he loved. David often thought about the strange woman in the woods, the box of stone coins, and the words she had spoken. At the time, her message had been confusing. But now, he understood. He was no longer the same man. Back then, he only cared about himself. The coins had changed. And so had he. True magic happens when a person is ready to grow. To love, to care, and to build a life with others. Did you enjoy David's story? His journey began with a simple choice. But it led to something much greater. The mysterious woman in the woods gave him more than just a box. She gave him a lesson. And in the end, David discovered that real change isn't about magic. It's about being ready for it. Now let's look at some useful words and phrases from David's story. Nearby. Example. He was going to the nearby town. Meaning. Something that is nearby is not far away. Repeat after me. Nearby. To take in. Example. As he was taking in the quiet beauty around him, he heard the sound of running water. Meaning. If you take in something, you look at it carefully and notice details. Repeat after me. To take in. To stare. Example. David stared at her, feeling a strange mix of curiosity and caution. Meaning. If you stare at somebody or something, you look at them for a long time. Repeat after me. To stare. Caution. Example. David stared at her, feeling a strange mix of curiosity and caution. Meaning. If you show caution, you are careful because you want to avoid danger or problems. Repeat after me. Caution. Heavy. Example. He picked up the buckets, surprised by how heavy they were. Meaning. If something is heavy, it weighs a lot and is difficult to lift or carry. Repeat after me. Heavy. To frown. Example. He frowned. Stone coins? That's a strange gift. Meaning. If you frown, you move your eyebrows in a way that shows you are confused, unhappy, or thinking hard. Repeat after me. To frown. Annoyed. Example. He blinked, feeling annoyed. Meaning. If you feel annoyed, you are a little angry about something. Repeat after me. Annoyed. To sigh. Example. He sighed and placed the box into his backpack. Meaning. When you sigh, you take a deep breath and let it out loudly because you are disappointed, sad, or tired. Repeat after me. To sigh. To mutter. Example. They're heavy, he muttered. Meaning. When you mutter, you speak in a quiet, unclear voice because you are annoyed, tired, or talking to yourself. Repeat after me. To mutter. To reach. Example. When David reached the town, it was already dark. Meaning. If you reach a place, you arrive there after traveling. Repeat after me. To reach. Staff. Example. The staff were working hard, but without his uncle's help, things got worse every day. Meaning. Staff means a group of people who work together in a company or organization. Repeat after me. Staff. Eager. Example. Ben was an energetic and curious boy, always eager to explore the world around him. Meaning. If you are eager to do something, you feel very excited and ready to do it. Repeat after me. Eager. To pass away. Example. She wanted them to have a good life after his father had passed away. Meaning. When someone passes away, they die. This is a softer and more polite way to say that someone has died. Repeat after me. To pass away. Counter. Example. After buying his usual chocolate muffin, he stayed near the counter. Meaning. A counter is a long flat surface in a store, cafe, or restaurant, where people order or pay for things. Repeat after me. Counter. Plain. Example. He opened the box, expecting to see plain, boring stones, but what he saw shocked him. Meaning. If something is plain, it looks simple or ordinary. Repeat after me. Plain. Damage. Example. The bakery only had minor damage, but Ben and Clara's house was badly hit. Meaning. If something has damage, it is broken or not in good condition. Repeat after me. Damage. Shattered. Example. Parts of the roof were gone, the fence was broken, and the windows were shattered. Meaning. If something is shattered, it is completely broken into many small pieces. Repeat after me. Shattered. Right away. Example. When David heard about their problem, he helped right away. Meaning, if you do something right away, you do it immediately, without waiting. Repeat after me. Right away. To patch. Example. He patched the roof, repaired the fence, and covered the windows. Meaning, if you patch something, you fix it by covering a hole with a piece of cloth or other material. Repeat after me. To patch. Money is tight. Example. David realized that Clara had spent a lot on repairs. Money was tight. Meaning, if money is tight, there is not much money to spend, and people must be careful with how they use it. Repeat after me. Money is tight. To gasp. Example. Late that evening, David opened the box. He gasped. The coins had changed again. Meaning, if you gasp, you take a quick deep breath with your mouth open, because you are shocked, surprised, scared, or in pain. Repeat after me. To gasp. To think twice. Example. David didn't think twice. He swam toward the man. Meaning, if you think twice, you stop and think carefully before doing something. Repeat after me. To think twice. To grab. Example. He grabbed the man's arm. Meaning, if you grab something, you take it quickly and firmly with your hand. Repeat after me. To grab. Relieved. Example. When they finally reached land, David collapsed beside him. Tired but relieved. The old man was safe. Meaning, if you feel relieved, you stop feeling worried or scared, because something bad did not happen. Repeat after me. Relieved. To make a living. Example. Later, he used the rest to open his own bakery. Now, he could support his community and make a living doing what he loved. Meaning, if you make a living, you earn money to pay for the things you need, such as food, a home, and clothes. Repeat after me. To make a living. Expressions for daily life. Okay, just this one time. Repeat after me. Okay, just this one time. Take care. Repeat after me. Take care. I can't believe I'm doing this. Repeat after me. I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe my eyes. Repeat after me. I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming. Repeat after me. I must be dreaming. That's wonderful news. Repeat after me. That's wonderful news. That sounds amazing. Repeat after me. That sounds amazing. I'm so happy for you. Repeat after me. I'm so happy for you. Practice time. Now let's practice together. Repeat after me. Nearby. To take in. To stare. Caution. Heavy. To frown. Annoyed. To sigh. To mutter. To reach. Staff. Eager. To pass away. Counter. Plain. Damage. Shattered. Right away. To patch. Money is tight. To gasp. To think twice. To grab. Relieved. To make a living. Okay, just this one time. Take care. I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming. That's wonderful news. That sounds amazing. I'm so happy for you. Great job. These words and phrases will help you when you are in a similar situation or when you talk with others. Try using them next time. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope David's story made you smile and helped you learn something new. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fun English lessons. Keep practicing, and I'll see you next time.